What's up, riderz Nation? Today, we dive in and crunch some Harley Davidson numbers. So let's cue the intro and get to the number crunching. The riderz Nation YouTube channel is brought to you in part by the Bike Experience USA, a 501c3 nonprofit organization committed to helping disabled riders get back on motorcycles in a safe, controlled setting. Hey everyone, welcome back to riderz Nation. Today we're going to crunch some numbers. Not really my thing, but we're going to put our little geek hats on with our little geek glasses. And we're going to go diving into numbers. At the end of the first quarter of 2024, I looked at Harley Davidson's numbers, and I wasn't really interested in the financial side of whether Harley Davidson makes money or not. But I had been to a bunch of Harley Davidson dealerships, and I noticed that there were a lot of new inventory still on the showroom floor at the end of quarter one, and my curiosity got me and I wanted to know why. So I dove in and I created a video. I will be putting it up somewhere up here at some point in this video. It's called Harley Davidson versus the Economy. And so at the end of the first quarter, and after I dove in and crunched numbers and looked at everything and talked to a few people that would know, I came up with the conclusion that the first quarter issues were Harley Davidson versus the economy. My reasoning for that, very simple. The economy currently sucks. Also, I looked at the numbers, and other things were down. Motorcycle sales were not really the only thing that was down. Apparel was down. Now, to me, apparel being down was a very big red flag that it was based on the economy. I can understand the economy sucks. People don't want to spend $30,000 to $55,000 on a motorcycle, which for most of us would be considered a luxury item. But spending money for a t-shirt, even a Harley Davidson t-shirt that can be $35 to $45, isn't that big of a deal. The fact that apparel was down told me that people are pinching pennies right now. That was my take on it. The second quarter, we're going to dive into the second quarter numbers, and we're going to see, has anything changed? Is it still the economy? The fact that we are currently in Harley Davidson went woke, could that affect the second quarter? Now, before we even get into this, I'm pretty sure if Harley Davidson going woke is a real thing, and yes, I said if it's a real thing. In other words, if it's really affecting Harley Davidson, I think you'll probably see that more in the third quarter. But we're going to look at the numbers anyway, and we're going to see what we can see. So right now I'm looking at Harley Davidson's second quarter financial results. This came out July 25th, 2024. You can get this directly from harleydavidson.com. If you're looking for the exact URL, it's investor.harley hyphen, I guess, Davidson.com. And I Googled and I looked around. There really wasn't much to find, shockingly. After the first quarter, there was a lot of different articles and stuff to find. And for the second quarter, it doesn't seem to be as much to find. So we're going to use this primarily, and let's see what we can get out of this. It says right here at the top, despite a challenging market, we are pleased with our second quarter performance. They're always going to say that. In which we grew our U.S. market share in a declining market, with notable unit growth of more than 11% in the important core category of touring, said all of our favorite CEO, who I have recently heard they nicknamed Jay-Z. If I was the real Jay-Z, I'd be really pissed off to be lumped in with Jochen Zeitz. Just saying. We continue to be focused on executing our hardwire strategy, leveraging our innovation and product pipeline while delivering on our cost productivity goals. Jochen Zeitz, he just said nothing, pretty much. So, second quarter 2024 highlights. Harley Davidson Motor Company operating income margin of 14.7%. North America motorcycle retail performance was down 1%, while retail sales of touring and CVO motorcycles was up more than 12% in the US. To me, that's a good number. I mean, your most expensive bikes are selling 12% higher. Doesn't say, well, 12% higher than last year. That's pretty good. This is interesting. The touring market share of 75%, up 5.3% in the first half of the year. So Harley Davidson, 75% of the motorcycles that they sell are touring motorcycles. I wouldn't have expected that. Harley Davidson Motor Company revenue up 13%, driven by global motorcycle shipments up 16%, all positives. Their operating income is up by 21%, and revenue was up by 10%, both good numbers. So digging in to the second quarter, revenue was up by 12%, operating income was up by 9%. Motorcycle shipments were up by 16%, which you can definitely see if you go into a Harley Davidson dealership, since it's September right now and they're still loaded with all brand new motorcycles. But this is interesting. This is interesting as compared to Harley Davidson versus the economy. So if you haven't paid attention yet to this video, start paying attention now. Motorcycles are up by 20%. Parts and accessories are down by 10%. Apparel is down by 4%. Their operating income is up by 2%. Harley Davidson retail motorcycle sales in North America is down by 1%. In Asia, it's down by 16%. And worldwide, it's down by 3%. Probably not a good look for Harley Davidson, considering they revamped their entire touring lineup. Well, I guess they didn't. They revamped the street glides and the road glides. So the fact that their sales all in total is down, what did I say, 3%? Their worldwide total is down 3%. Probably not a good look. It's probably not a good look for everyone's favorite CEO either. If you like this video, please do us a favor, hit the subscribe button and hit the like button and leave us some comments. It really helps the channel out. We have very big plans for the channel. We want to do lots of things, but it all starts with you by hitting that subscribe button, giving us some likes, and giving us some comments so we know we're doing good things that you are watching. Thank you all, and let's get back to the video. Oh, this is always my favorite. Electric motorcycle unit sales are actually up by 379%. And I really hope those live wires don't catch. Oh, God. So amazingly enough, electric motorcycle sales is up 379%, but their revenue is down 8%. And they have an operating loss of 12%. I don't know why they keep selling them, but whatever. Harley has generated $578 million of cash from operating activities through the second quarter of 2024. This is the 2024 full year 2000 financial outlook. Harley Davidson revenue will be down 5 to 9% compared to 2023. An operating income margin of 10.6 to 11.6% for the full year of 2024. The operating income will be flat to up 5% compared to 2023. Livewire electric motorcycle unit sales of 1,000 to 1,500, an operating loss of 105 to 115 million. Boy, they are really investing on electric motorcycles. So I gotta tell you, it doesn't really tell us a lot. If we jump out in the numbers and we physically go to Harley Davidson dealerships, and I regularly go to 5 or 6 different Harley Davidson dealerships in the New Jersey, Pennsylvania area, they're loaded with brand new 2024 touring models. They're everywhere. Still, it's September. So no one can tell me, I don't care what anybody puts on a piece of paper and numbers, they're not selling at the rate that Harley Davidson expected them to sell. You don't need to be a financial analyst to figure out that what my eyes see are the truth. There's a lot of 2024s out there and still out there in September. It's not a good look. Is it the economy? Yeah, I'm going to stick with the fact that I absolutely think it's still the economy. The economy still sucks. I have a hard time believing that this has anything to do with Harley Davidson's DEI. I think the DEI woke thing broke July 23rd, and this came out July 25th. So it is going to make for a very interesting third quarter, and I'm most definitely 100% going to do a third quarter video when it comes out, because it's going to be interesting to me to see how much the numbers have changed, if they've changed at all, if they've gone up or gone down. Look, my take, I did a video on this whole woke thing. My take on this is this: the 1 or 2% that are at the top of Harley Davidson CEO board of directors, they are not the core of Harley Davidson. The workers are the core of Harley Davidson. The non-corporate conglomerate Harley Davidson dealership owners, the mom and pop owners, and the customers, we are the core of Harley Davidson. We dictate the direction that Harley Davidson goes. Now look, whether they do DEI training, or what flag they fly, or who they're trying to cater to, that has nothing to do with us. Disregard that. I keep saying in videos, stop being sheep. We were not meant to be sheep. There's probably less than 10 social media influencers out there that are hitting us with these clickbait videos telling us to burn our motorcycles, debadge our motorcycles, sell our motorcycles. To hell with that. I'm a Harley Davidson owner. I'm keeping my Harley Davidson. Look, I like Indian. I never rode an Indian, but I like the way they look for the most part. But I'm not buying an Indian. You want to buy an Indian, you buy an Indian. I'm going to live or die with Harley Davidson. To me, it's more than brand loyalty. It's like being a fan of a team. Your team trades your greatest player. You don't change teams. You suck it up. Well, we're in a period right now where if you're a Harley Davidson owner, you got to suck it up. You got to back the brand. You don't have to back the CEO or the board of directors. You got to back the people in Milwaukee that are working. You got to back the people in all the mom and pop dealerships that are killing themselves to provide the best service that they can to you. And look, I know there's bad dealerships out there. You don't have to support them. I don't support them. I support dealerships that are, I prefer a mom and pop dealership, single owner, family owned dealerships. I don't want to really go to a dealership that's a corporation, that they own 5 or 6 dealerships, that they can lower and they can take losses on the sale of a motorcycle in one dealership because the other dealership is making more money. You know, Harley Davidson appears to have a lot of issues right now. It seems like it starts all the way up at the top. So there's the second quarter of Harley Davidson in 2024. For all the other videos out there saying that Harley Davidson is in trouble, I don't believe that at all. Harley Davidson Motor Company has been around 121 years. I'm pretty sure it's probably pretty safe for at least another 100 years. They will figure out a way to wiggle themselves out of this, I'm sure of it. I'm not a financial expert. Trust me, I'm not a financial expert. I buy Harley Davidson, so I'm not a financial expert because I like to spend my money. But they got some problems, and it really does appear that their problems start at the top. So we'll see coming up how the third quarter numbers look. And one more final thing before I go. I got the distinct honor of not only meeting but getting to sit down with Jesse James Dupree the other night. And I won't get into specifics, but I'm pretty sure the Harley Davidson Motor Company is going to be just fine. With leadership and people like Jesse James Dupree involved, who are committed to things like the small mom and pop dealerships, who are committed to the American flag and things being built in the United States, I think Harley Davidson's future looks very good. If I was concerned after that conversation, I'm a lot less concerned. It's not going to happen overnight. But I do think it's going to happen, and we're all going to be fine. So don't shoot up your Harley Davidson. Don't debadge your Harley Davidson. Strap up and hold on. So that's going to do it for me today. As always, if you have an opinion, hey, if it differs from mine, great. Drop it in the comments below. If you think I'm spot on, drop it in the comments below. And remember, continue to be safe and live the dream.